These are the grass seeds we planted the other day. Oh, it's Sunday, 21st I think today. Let's just double check. Yes, 21st. Last night, oh my god, we had a good day yesterday. I was so pleased. Anyway, these are the grass seeds we planted. We planted this one, and there's one field just beyond there we planted as well, and it's all coming through the ground beautiful. Absolutely perfect. There's still a few volunteers in there still. We'll most likely have to probably silage first crop and then see what comes after that. It's a semi-permanent grass, so just in case we need a bit of extra silage next year, we put them in grass, these ones. Anyway, you see us doing that, but yeah, I'm in my car. Got my overalls on. Look at these are shiny and fresh and new. They won't be like this for long. Every morning I just get stuck into the drill. I'm on my back on the floor. I'm just wrecking all my clothes. So, and then I was like, Matt, you got a brand new set of overalls that Massey gave me, so yeah, might as well make the use of them, hadn't I? Overalls it is now for the morning checks. I'll take you around the morning checks this morning. We covered I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, I was down at the farm 6 o'clock checking the drill over, or 6:15 or whatever it was, checking the drill over, and we were drilling by 7 o'clock. So we drilled from 7 till 2, and it was just shy of 90 acres, which is a good day, you know, when you're, and it's only because we're up a gear. Keithy's been through with the Cultimax. The seed beds are absolutely perfect, and it just allows you to go up a gear on the drill. It just, you know, you can only drive as fast as the drill tells you. You know, if the drill's bouncing in the floor, you can't drill so fast. You have to go slow. So but because Keithy's Cultimaxed it, we're absolutely flying, and not too fast that it's not putting this right seed on. You know, you've got to be aware of that. The higher your seed rate, you can start blocking your fan up and blocking your, you know, the fan then is your weak point of blowing this, because you're putting more seed through the pipes and whatnot. We're not too early this morning. It rained last night, and then we had a really windy old night, and everything seems to be drying pretty nice. Anyway, I don't know where I'm going to do all my checks this morning. Try and do it in the barn. Let's go and have a little look at the tractor. We've got a few checks to make, and we'll get cracking. Anyway, I've got a spare seed bag because there'll be a little bit left over in the drill. We've got a blower to blow out all the seeds because we're going on to wheat over at Mick's farm, which is a few fields over this way. And yeah, by this afternoon I'm hoping to have drilled out half of his, and then tomorrow we will, yeah, farmers, yeah, I thought the boys were in plenty good time ahead of me, and it turns out they're now yeah, they're now struggling to keep up with me again. So I don't know, can't get the staff. Farmers back home spraying, and then Keithy will Cultimax them in the morning, because you've got to give it 6 hours for the spray to do its magic on the crops. Lovely calm morning. Farmer's going to have a nice day spraying. He's going to get a few fields sprayed ahead of the drill, so Keithy can then get on the Cultimax, and then I'll follow behind on the drill. And looking like a really nice week for us to get a bit done. The only thing that's going to throw a spanner in the works now is they're on about bringing this new drill next week, so we don't know. We might just put them off 1 week and get the seeds in the ground while it's good, because it's just too good an opportunity to miss a day really. But let's see how that goes. If we've got to have it, we've got to swap over, and there'll be a day of messing about getting the new drill ready. So there we go. First job in the morning before we do anything, check over the oil. A little dip. Spot on. I can hardly believe it, but we're just shy of 1,000 hours already on this thing. So yes, building up the hours quick. I wish Massey would put us a better box here on their next tractors. Just literally that whole bit there, that can be this deep. Nobody would care. Nobody needs to see down there at all times. Just literally put that box there, just make it an L shape, you know, where it is. Just bring it up to here with a lid on. Same lid. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, but it would be nice to have a little deeper box there. It started thundering with rain last night, and I can see 3 more passes that I've got to do in the field. And you don't need to jump off the field immediately, because there's plenty of dry dirt there, and the more you mix it up, but the top then, the moment the top starts getting tacky, it starts sticking to your wheels. So you can see literally on the last pass it was like, yeah, you got to get off, mate. So we managed to finish the field, but it was just starting to lick to tyres. 3 ton of seed left. 3 ton of seed left in there. What we got in our hopper, we're going to be the right side because we're going on just slightly lighter than we calibrated for. Oh yeah, got half a ton in there as well. We'll put in half a ton to, so we got a ton to start with, and then we got 2 fields just over the hedge there to do as well. I think we should be within half a bag. Right, while tractor's warming up, we're going to be checking the drill over. We did a full grease up yesterday, so the shaft, they only need doing every 3 days. So we will get to the end of day today, and we will get everything greased up before we go home. And then that way we can come in tomorrow, we can jump straight on the drill and get going. 2 grease points for the fans, they got to be done every day. The grease points on your wheels, they got to be done every day. One on there, and on your marker arms as well. And then I do the frame every 2 or 3 days. So that'll be done tonight. Every time we put a tram line down, it puts these markers down, and it's right in line with the spouts that are not putting seed on, so it tells farmer where to put his tyres when he's spraying. Whether he'll be able to see them or not, I don't know. They're going down, but I couldn't really. You could see them if you were really looking hard, but maybe he'll see them, maybe not. Might have some wearables to change later as well. 1 or 2 getting low. Anyway, I'll go for each leg. I grab the point, I give the point a wiggle, I give the leg from here. I'm distinguishing whether the point is loose to the leg, because the point is held onto the leg, and that then holds the whole seed mechanism to the leg itself. So if these come loose, this drops off. Look, I cut my finger already. Look. This drops off, and then you drag it behind you until it falls off and rips the spout off, unless you notice it quick. That's why we do seed check every time we put seed in. You spot something like that fast. But every morning. But when you're shaking the leg, you're also shaking these 2 bolts here, and these 2 always, usually once a day, you've got one of these to tighten up somewhere on this drill. So I always give them a shake, and if you do that, if you stay on top of everything, that if you let them just wobble about, they wobble, and then it breaks the U-bolt behind, and then that then lets the whole leg go. Yeah, I try and stay on top of them every morning. I shake the legs, shake everything, and just make sure everything's in good order. And touch wood, you know, I don't have too many issues anymore. I stay on top of it in the morning, and then throughout the day, you're very unlucky if you get something fall off or something like that. It's usually in the dark when you can't see very well. And, later on, we'll get swapped over to the wheat. We'll calibrate for wheat, 200 kilos farmer wants it at. We'll get in there, we blow out all the old seeds into a bag at the bottom. So we've got a fair amount to do today, so we'll get cracking. For a new day, new field, and we've just started, so I'll just show you what we do. We've got a little switch for our on power down here. We've got a switch behind the box. So what we want to do first, we'll do a seed check in just a second. Just drop the drill down a little bit, see which arm is going to come down. That one is. Right, we need to set our timers up, because every time you turn the tractor off, it locks the timer. So we hit our spools button, unlock the timer. So now every time I hit the spools button, it runs that hydraulic for 4 seconds. That will change the arm here, look, to number 3. Then this one will go down. 4 seconds. And then I press the toggle again, runs it back up for 4 seconds. That way I haven't got to keep holding the button down. We can put that back down. Now we start our tram lines on number 3. And then third one in will be our actual tram line for the farmer to spray, because that'll be 12 meters from the middle. So his booms will be 12 meters this side, 12 meters this side. Our marking is on. We covered 35 hectares yesterday, just shy of 90 acres. So yeah, that works out with the field sizes and everything else. So that was a pretty good day. I need to go and do a run out test, so I'll go outside and do a run out test. We need to add a new field, so let's do that while we're here so I can show you. Go into our fields, we're going to add a new field. This field is called Miles's. Right, then we also need to put a boundary in, so we need to go to add boundary. We're going to do it with the left part of our drill. Okay, and then we also need to add an A and B in there at the same time. So those two are ready to go now. So when I want to put my A and B in, I press A and then B, and when I'm recording the boundary, I press record, and then on the corners it will pause and you just resume it. Quite simple. Anyway, we run our fan up now. Fan comes on, turn it up a little bit, put your handbrake on, we get out the tractor, the fan will shut off, and then you have to start it up again from the back to do your run out test. Quite annoying. Everything seems to be in good order. It's a strange old field, this one. We've got pylons in it, so we've got to watch those. We should have enough fuel to cover the wheat and the barley here, and then we'll fill up again tomorrow. We need to set our max height, that's what we need to do. Don't want the drill lifting up too high. About there. Just come back a little bit. There. Start our recording. And down goes the drill. And we just creep for the first few seconds while the seat comes out. Should have wiped my mirror off. Should be alright. Anyway, wherever we have to pick the drill up to turn a corner, we just have to remember to resume our recording. Like that. Keithy can't get into the corners with his Multimax, so we'll just drill them square. Press OK on there. Just got to get ourselves lined up again. Go on, go down. Press resume. Some fields are nicer than others for going around first time. Some fields have pylons in first time round or second time round. There's one at Alistair's that we got to drill this time actually with a pylon second time round. Always throws you off. You always end up, because you have to pick your marker arm up, and then you're busy trying to make sure you get it all right and not miss any. You end up with a tram line that's too far away. Oh god. Anyway, make sure our fan's still running, which it is. We'll just check the field size. The field size is 5.8 hectares. So we'll just get turned around here, and then we'll check our field size versus our seed rate, make sure we got enough seed. Maybe about a ton of seed, I imagine, something like that. So we come to the section, pick her up, back we go. You watch the screen, you watch the lines change as we go backwards. We're drilling tram line now, we're on the third time pass. So as we go backwards, the new line appears. As we go forwards, hit the GPS button, steering will get us there, put the drill down, and there we are. And we can go right up the gears here. What was that field size again? 5.8. So we do 5.8 times 185. Just over a ton of seed. So we should have a tiny bit left in our hopper at the end. And what's in there should do this whole field. So yeah, we're all very close. The seed alarm will be going off. That's for sure. When we get to the corner, we change our button over to number 1, so we're not putting a tram line. We have lines all over the field then. Davo's here. He's out on the first field we started on yesterday. He's got the big 12 metre set of rolls. he's rolling everything down. It's going to look a picture. It is going to be damn near perfection this year. So yeah, everything done in the dry, everything done nice and good and proper. Oh, it's going to be beautiful. Love to see it. Love drilling in conditions like these. Absolutely perfect. Here comes Davo. Oh, let's turn that off for a minute. "12 meters they are. They're a lovely set, but they're a bit of a pain in the butt to unfold. But anyway, we're not going far, but we've just got to go out on the main road to get to the next field. But anyway, Davo's out there. He's rolling ahead of us. He's got his 50-acre field here, and then he can go into that one that we've just finished. Yes, got 1.5. Yes, Keithy, there goes Keithy as well with the next bit of seed for later on. Going on to the wheat, so we'll get changed over at Mixed, drop the seed out down here, and then get calibrated over at Mixed Farm. Got 2 fields there to drill wheat. One of them will be today and one will be tomorrow. And then tomorrow we'll be at home drilling wheat tomorrow. Dave's got to get these things folded up now. We won't watch him because they can't. Once you've got the hang of them, you're fine. But they can be just at times, especially when it's wet, is the main problem. But he's just doing his last pass around the headland there. Look at the seedbed. Look at the floor as well. Pre-emergence are going to go on perfect. If farmer can get out here, get his pre-emergence on. You know, the top of the soil, the flatter the top of the soil, the better. Well, let me get out and show you before we head off. Never get to film old Davo. He's usually always away from us. But look at that. What a lovely finish. A few bits of string out here. I'll pick them up in a second. Yeah, couldn't ask for better than that. When farmer gets time, he's got to keep ahead of the drill first. But after he's finished spraying ahead of the drill, he will be back then with pre-emergent spray, which goes on and basically just it goes on before the barley comes out the ground. He'll spray the ground, and you'll see the sprayers out in the field sometimes, and there's a yellow substance coming out of the sprayer, and it's going directly onto the soil. You're spraying the soil, and it kills off all the weeds that are coming up with the barley. So it doesn't kill the barley, but it will kill all the wheat, but it will kill any of the weeds that are coming up. And this year is looking like a really nice year to do that. So there we go, some string from where the guys are baling. Pick them up. Davo, while he's rolling, if he sees anything obscure in the field, anything worth picking up, he's out there, he's picking them up. So at the end of the day, he'll have a cab full of rubbish. I don't know if these tyres are meant to run this low, but when we're back at the farm, I might just put a couple of pound back in them. Or yeah, I wouldn't want to run them any lower, let's put it that way. The last 2 fields of barley, 11 hectares in total, times our seed rate. We've got 2.5 ton left, and we should use just over 2 ton. So it's going to be close. This is what all the time you're doing your seed rate calibrations, making sure you're within the ballpark figure. You don't want to have so much left, you know, that you ain't got home for it, but you don't want to run out either. So yeah, it's always a job making sure that your calibration is right. Anyway, we've got the we're just doing the head end on the first one. Home ground, this one's called. It's where usually today of all days, or this week or the previous week, we would be out here with the ploughs and Jackie would be doing her ploughing match. Anyway, it turned out that it was gonna just be too hard for it this year, and yeah, we've had to cultivate these a few times just to get them down. They come down nice actually, compared to what they were. I'm really happy. I think they're going to be perfect. We've got a little area in the top field there that is grassed down. Just usually 9 times out of 10 can't drill it. It's just there's usually 2 big wet holes in there. Just bad. So we thought, sod it, you know, might as well be a little bit of grass in there, and I don't know if they're claiming on it or not, I can't remember. Anyway, look at this. Got the segments right this time, so it's doing as it should. Oh man, I cannot tell you, I'll be using this every single time. Every time we go drilling. Oh, what a bit of kit that is. This is the headland assist. Out of all the other, you know, the ones that turn around on themselves, yeah, they're clever, but this one actually genuinely helps you. Well, helps me anyway, especially drilling time. And yeah, those days when you can't see your mark, I can actually rely on this, and it's bang on. I can't fault it. It's unbelievable. I've got to take the tram line off now. Turn that to number 1. Do not forget that. Otherwise you have 2 sets of tram lines going around the outside of the field. And people will recognise that. People will see that, especially in farming. You don't miss a trick. Anyway, Davo's going to come and roll all this. Tractor get online here. Yeah, Davo will come and roll all this by later on. I imagine it'll all be rolled in. Finished job, perfect. We'll let the tractor do the work, and we'll see what it's like. We'll come back with a drone and on a good nice day and have a look, see how it performs. But this one feature on this tractor was the only feature I wanted, and it's as good as I thought it would be. The turning round stuff is fancy, you know. We'll be using it TED in, we'll be using it top in. It's fancy, but the headland assist is the one you want. So yeah, very, very clever stuff. Yeah, the old boys watching this will be like, what are you using all that for? Soon we'll forget how to drive, won't we? Alright, we're on a curve here, look, let me show you it. That's 10k there. And on a curve is the hardest one to do, because you're either too close or you're not close enough and you leave a gap. But with this, it should be damn close. It should, and not like, and it's the same every single time, the same line. Better than I could ever do it. And then on the cross section here, lift up. Yeah, what a bit of kit that is. Honestly, spoiled with this thing. Absolutely spoiled to death with it. Right, we're going to get cleaned out and onto the wheat, headed over to mix, and we'll pick up later on, and then we'll start a new video tomorrow. But I let all the seed out in the chute, then I've got to get in there with the blower, blow it all out. We don't want barley in with wheat, you see. So we'll make sure we get everything out we can. Then we get new seed in, calibrate, wind the wheel around 35 times, calibrate for 200 kilos farmer wants it set out. That's what we got enough for. So 200 kilos is what it is. We're on rough clay seed beds here, so yeah, seed rates are a bit higher than your normal places. We're plenty early, so it wouldn't hurt to be a bit less. We're within good time this year, but at the same time we're still on clay soils, heavy clay, horrible clay. These fields are the worst actually, these ones. That's it, the barley's in. That is 51.2 hectares drilled. There'll be some overlaps there, so that'll be a tiny bit smaller. I imagine it'll be more like 50 hectares, something like that. Because the drill's covering over itself, you know where your ins and outs are. Onto the wheat now, so we're going to calibrate up. We've got a couple of fields over at mix to do. I will pick this up once I'm calibrated, because it just takes a minute, and yeah, the video will be long enough as is. So Davo's out there, he's on the rolls, he's on the little 16 with its big tyres. Keithy's coming up to move the loader for me. Davo will get this one rolled tonight, that'll be him done for the evening, and then they'll continue rolling tomorrow, and then Keithy will be back cultivating tomorrow, and yeah, wheat going in then, and drill coming next week as well, so we'll see when that turns up. It's 4 o'clock. We haven't had such a good day as we had yesterday, but the seed beds these fields are quite hard, and they're heavy clay. So I didn't want to push my luck with it, break leg or anything like that. So anyway, the finished product is beautiful. I could not be happier with how things have gone in for the barley. Moving on to the wheat next, so let's see how we do with that. We'll reset our counters. Let me just show you something here. We've got a load of stuff here. So total we drilled, that was 14 hours, 15 hours drilled. Covered 129 kilometers. We burned 250 litres of fuel, and we were working at about 8 kilometers per hour. What else have we got for you? We were, 4 litres of fuel a hectare, 24 litres an hour we burn, and we were working about 6 hectares an hour overall. So yeah, loads and loads of different stats there for you to read, and I don't know, none of it means anything because you've got to get it done whatever. So, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll reset the counter now. I'll take a picture of that. We'll reset the counter for wheat and see how we go on the wheat. Right, yeah, so we're over at mix now. Anyway, Keithy's bought us some fuel over, ready to go for the morning. I don't know, we'll try and get this one out. Apparently this field's 10.9 hectares, and we've done 5.3 already, so we'll see how we go. Anyway, we're calibrated to 197 kilos per hectare. Now we should use about 2.2 tons, something like that, for the field. Be a bit more than that with the ins and outs, so yeah. But yeah, anyway, sun's coming down. Had a good day. Swapped over onto Graham variety with Rodrigo Pro on it, whatever that is. Seed dressing, general purpose seed dressing, I'd have thought. Usually farmer puts signal on this because it's been grass, so it's very turfy out here. There's a lot of fibre in it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. Pretty happy. It's very fibrey on the floor. So yeah, it just feels a bit weird drilling into that. It just feels very rooty and turfy, if you know what I mean. But the tilth is there. We're actually able to get up a gear. Doing 14k again. Yeah, seedbed's beautiful, and it's all going good. So yeah, Keithy coming out, me move the loader and everything. Davo's been rolling. He's caught up with the rolling. He's caught up with me on the drill. So yeah, he's had a good day as well. So yeah, all in all, farmer's out spraying up at Alistair's because it's nice and calm again now. So he's gone off spraying at Alistair's to get ahead a little bit there as well. So yeah, we'll see what tomorrow brings. We've got a fuel up and everything in the morning, so we if we can get this field drilled out without filling up, we will. New seed this time. Farmer has yeah, spared no expense. Wants it done right, and yeah, we'll see how it does. Anyway, it's going to go in perfect, so happy. Tram line on the next one. We'll see if we can see them. Davo's rolled behind, and I think it's covered most of them in, so whether or not they're worth putting on, I don't know. Oh god, it's low sun is just... Anyway, that's the main one you keep an eye on. Make sure that one is showing you the fan spinning, and you can see the marks. Dusty out there. When we get back to the farm tomorrow, I'm washing the windows. Everything's filthy. Bit of rain does that. We'll get the windows washed and it'll be all right again. And yeah, we'll be moving back home. We've got this field, one more here to do tomorrow morning, and then we'll be off home drilling the fields at home. So yeah, looking forward to that. So yeah, we'll pick it up in the morning. Thanks very much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll catch you next time. Cheers.